Hello and good morning from the Palm again. I just opened my inbox and I had a question from a friend stroke client who asked me, is happiness a choice? Because he was debating and discussing and, dare I say, arguing with his partner who claimed that happiness is not a choice, that it's predetermined by the events that enter our proximity. You know how I feel about this because I've made it very clear in many videos. We are not victims of our experiences. It's the meaning that we give to the experiences which shape our reality. So we are forever feeling the quality of our thinking. That is the only equation in life that is factual. Nothing else exists outside of that equation. The meaning you give to the experience becomes your reality. And we know that's subjective. Why? Because if it was universal, then every response to the same event would be universal. It would be one of the same. And we know that's not true. A million different people will give a million different variations and experiences to that which they are experiencing. So if that is a fact, and it is, then happiness almost becomes a choice because we are always feeling the quality of our thinking. So if we want to get strategic about this, surveys have showed us many times that what sets apart happy people from unhappy people is this. It's profound, but it's simple. Happy people do more of what makes them happy on a daily basis. That's it. Boom. Happy people do more of what makes them happy on a daily basis. So if we want to get strategic and plan what it is we can do on a daily basis to make us happy, then get a bit of paper, write down 2 or 3 areas of your life which you engage with on a daily basis. I'll give you an example. My relationships, my sporting activities, my education, and my spiritual practices. So for me, in my relationship, what I enjoy is spending quality time with my wife and having in-depth conversations when we're totally engaged, which means the phone is nowhere to be seen and we are talking and discussing backwards and forwards life, if you like. Secondly, we like to sit down 9:30 in the evening and watch something educational on Netflix or a TED talk or a YouTube tutorial, something which gives value, which brings more education and more knowledge to us, and that's something that's very important to me in particular. That's an example of what I enjoy on a daily basis in my relationship. In my sport, I need to walk on the beach, I need to swim, I need to cycle, I need to go to the gym, I need to move when I first wake up in the morning, I need to dance to listening to music. These are examples of what gives happiness or what brings happiness to me in my sporting arena. Education. I want to write each day. I want to help others become their greatest version. Making videos, if you like. Writing small entries into social media and sharing that. Listening again and watching educational content that helps me level up. That's important to me. Spirituality. I need to meditate to get into that space of no space where I can declutter and be silent for as long as I possibly can be. Prayer, giving thanks to something greater than myself, giving thanks and gratitude to this sentience which creates the everything that we are part of. Just examples of what makes me happy, and if I don't do them on a daily basis, I am sabotaging my ability to be the best version of myself. And you too can do that. You can write down a list of things you enjoy doing and see how often that you're doing them. But there is a second equation to happiness, and that is our expectations and the blueprint that we have how life should be. If life is in accordance with our blueprint and it's matching our expectations, then we're happy. If life is not as it should be according to our own subjective needs and requirements, then life becomes unhappy. So what can you do about that? Well, If you are relying on external events and people and circumstances to create your happiness, then you are disempowering yourself, because anything that's beyond your own control means it's beyond your own control. If you want to empower yourself, then stack the cards in your favor. Create a blueprint and an expectation which you can control. And if that means changing the meaning that you're giving to your partner's behavior, if you like, which is causing you your suffering, or what you perceive to be your suffering, then you can either change that meaning you're giving to what it is you are observing, or change the expectations that you've placed upon him or her to behave a certain way. That can also bring the power back to you. And if that thing, that behavioral pattern you're observing, is a deal breaker for you, it's an absolute no, that you cannot compromise on that expectation, then you have a serious choice to make. And I'm not going to educate you or direct you in any further way on that, but you know what that is. If there's something that you're not willing to compromise on, and your significant other's not willing to compromise on, you have a choice to make. I'll leave that one up to you. So happiness is twofold. Doing the things that you enjoy doing on a daily basis, or shaping the blueprint and the meaning and the expectation you give to life in order to have the best quality of life you can possibly have. I hope that makes sense. And if you're confused in any way, reach out, drop a message below in the comment section, and I will get back to you. And if there's a subject you'd like me to discuss on video like this, please let me know. I'll look at it and I'll get back to you. Okay, thank you. And until the next time, be your greatest version.